Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Nelly. Buenos dias, mi gente. You already know. Welcome to another episode of Generation Shock. Today, I have my fellow and handsome colleagues once again joining me live on the ones and twos. And we're going to start off today with a good friend of mine. He's my only fan. It's your boy.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Gordo back again, smoother than ever. You know, back from my vacation. So I'm back again. How you guys doing today?
Oh, where'd you go on vacation,
back,
bro?
Guys, you think he's back? I don't know.
Yes, I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah.
Yes, I was on
Where you
vacation. I
back
was up in
from?
Tennessee.
How was the vacay? How was vacay?
It was good. It was good. I was up in Tennessee visiting my brother for his birthday. You know.
You're the only Ted I see.
Dad joke.
Always.
I just had to throw that one in there.
Dad joke.
But I'm back. I'm here to stay.
joke.
Let's do this.
I'm glad. That joke was cheesy like his shirt. Anyways.
Yo, this shirt's a cause, bro. This shirt is a cause.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
my
this
bad,
is for
my
the
bad.
Boston Strong, the bombing.
Oh, it is? My bad.
Yeah.
All right, cheesy like your hat. Anyways, next we have up, he's our fearless leader. He likes getting his back blowing backs out. It's your boy.
How's everybody doing? This is Mezia. Having a blast. Episode 31. I'm starting to enjoy this more and more every week. You know, I mean, our retainment is better maybe because our topics is shorter, but you know, we're gonna keep rolling, bro. I'm gonna roll as much as you guys want to roll, and then we're gonna continue this until we get tired of this shit. And I don't think I'm ever gonna get tired of it because this is what gives me like creative motivation. I come up with
What's
ideas.
any of this
and
have
shit
to
like
do
that,
with the intro? Okay, go ahead though.
I just decided to throw that in there, bro. I just feel like, you know what it is? I just feel like, I know, but I just feel like just putting our name. I feel like I have to say something else. I don't know, for some reason. But you got me there, Monster. You got me there, Check Monster. Go ahead.
Whatever. No, I'm just go ahead. Do you think,
man.
boy?
Way to ruin it all. Way to ruin it there, bud. I'm just kidding. Anyways, last but not least, oh boy, I'm gonna have fun with this one over here. The man who works for a technology company and does not know how to work technology. A man who doesn't strike out, but his team is 0-2. It's your boy.
What up? It's the monster on the mic, Check Monster. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? See, now's when you kind of want to chime in and like, hey, how is everybody doing? And I just want to really talk about the channel, and we're getting some good retention, and we're gonna keep on doing our thing. This is where people jump in. They tell, they have a little talk point. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. Listen, bro. I'm not gonna say the jokes because Giants. I'm a Giants fan, baby. So I'm with you. I just had to throw that one in there. I got plenty more to say. Don't get me wrong. I got plenty more to say.
This is the perfect time.
I just can't.
This is the perfect time that we can bring it up because we're gonna go into our sports segment real quick. We decided to add a little something for me to be able to come off and pop off at Mezia and the rest of you guys a little bit, let you know about my world, Generation Sports World. So a little week in review real quick. Before we get into football, though, I really got to bring up something that was hilarious. And I know Mezia is going to put the link down below because I sent it to him. Golf. Oh, my goodness. This was the U.S. Open this past weekend. And for those of you who don't know what the U.S. Open is, it's one of the 4 major championships they have all year long. And this guy went out, and I think it was the 18th hole on the third day or the second day, maybe. I can't remember which day it was. I think it was the third day. And he literally has about a 6-foot putt. And this dude misses the 6-foot putt. No big deal. Goes about 4 feet past. All right. Happens to everybody, right? And so he sets up and boop, knocks that shit about 6 feet past. So then he gets pissed off, walks by, boop, doesn't set himself. That shit goes past. Boop, that shit goes past. Boop, that shit goes past. Dude took him 6 putts to knock this fucking ball in, that he walks off the freaking green and starts slamming his club against his bag. It was so bad that he dropped out the tournament because he was so embarrassed to go back. Tell me, if you guys at least see the video I sent you, tell me what your thoughts were. I gotta know.
Damn, I did not watch it, but I can only imagine. 6 foot far, and this man cannot get it in.
Dude,
talk about not knowing how to get it in the hole.
Sounds like Ramos. Sounds like Mezia. I mean,
oh my lord.
Not. I meant the Giants. I don't know. Never mind. All right.
Oh, my lord.
So I guess Nelly, you gonna chime in or do I jump in?
No. Jump right in. No,
because I watched the clip and I was just laughing, and you can actually see when he's getting upset because at this point he doesn't even set his foot. He just like, you know what, fuck it. He thought it was just gonna go in. It didn't go in, and then he tried it one more time, and I think he ended up +3 on that hole. I think with all the strokes he had, and when he slammed the stick into the bag, you can hear the announcer. He's like, "Oh, yep, there it goes. Yep, he's angry," and then he drops off. I was like, yeah, it looked like me playing mini golf. I was like, yo, what the hell's wrong with this guy? He's supposed to be a professional, but I just thought it was hilarious.
Oh my goodness! You get to see
it shows you
Nelly?
they can still make error at professional levels.
Yeah. I mean, ball don't lie. I guess. I don't know.
Well, listen, this tournament, just so you guys understand, there's only one person in the entire tournament.
I think I would have made it in 3.
That was under for 4 rounds. Like, they made sure this was one of the toughest courses that they were going to be on. So there was only one player that was able to shoot under par for the 4 days, and he's the one who won it. So, when you talk about that, hold on, I just got to charge my shit real quick.
You do. I'm tired of seeing high school Sheckman.
Yeah. I don't get it.
It's all right.
Anyway, but when we talk about like meltdowns and in sports, I think right now I'll go ahead and admit it. We got to talk about them Giants real quick because I know Mezia wants to get in, and boy, are the Giants season melting down before them, bro. Like, Barkley's out. We just signed Freeman.
And to add that, Barkley's out. Yep.
Season just added freaking Devontae Freeman today to take over. But man, it's a dumpster fire. Oh man, go ahead, Mezia. Just go at it.
You know what I think of? I was like, I even sent you a clip. I don't know if you got the video. I was at work. I was like, yo, I just can't wait.
I finally watched
I just can't wait. So I just gotta send you. I just gotta send you this clip. The only thing that would have made this better if the Patriots would have won, it would have made it better. But we ended up losing. But Cam Newton looked good though. Cam Newton, like, he was dropping back and throwing those. But that last play, I do agree, it was a predictable last play. But anyways, so every time, bro, like, as soon as they lost, I was
hold on. Do you notice something Mezia does in here sometimes, guys? That he'll take shit we talk about outside of the show and throw it in the show before we even talk about it. So he literally just got done speaking to, like, bringing up the point that I was going to make up about the Patriots game, right? And that how they already ran that play at the goal line earlier in the game. They run the same formation.
But we talked about that in the chat room.
I get it, but my point is,
in the group text.
But then you come on the show and you literally say something about it.
I try to be like,
but nobody else knows what you're talking about.
Yeah. I try to be like, you know how in an 8 Mile, Eminem goes in there. Yeah, you're gonna say this, you're gonna say that, you're gonna say that. Now say something that I haven't said yet.
That's fine. I'm no longer gonna talk to you outside of recording about stuff because you ruined it.
Nope.
Yeah. So here's my thing though. Like, the season started 0-2, and I'm like, yep, garbage like always. All I can think of is the meme of that guy sitting in front of the dumpster, and it says New York Giants fans watching their season. And then he's just looking at a dumpster.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I can think of.
That's
all I can think of, bro.
That was a funny
on the bright side, though,
that's all I can think of.
Listen, on the bright side, we're not the worst team in New York, probably. Because you want to talk about a dumpster fire, them Jets, boy, they are bad.
Yeah.
They are bad.
Yeah.
I will give it up, though, man. I hate the Patriots with a passion. And there's nothing worse than watching them lose what was the best winning quarterback, not the greatest, the most winningest quarterback ever, watching him go to Tampa right now, right? And he's struggling. He is not playing well at all.
Not game 2.
Tampa.
Not game 2.
He played. Do you see his stats? He played horrible.
I didn't see his stats, but all I seen is his clicks. I didn't get to watch the game.
Yeah, he played horrible. Leonard Fournette had 12 carries for 106 yards and like 2 touchdowns. They ran the ball like crazy. He did not play well at all. Okay, Tom Brady is not playing well.
They're still building chemistry. Why do people
That's fine.
expect things to happen immediately?
Because you take Cam Newton
Without a preseason.
Listen, you take Cam
But that's
Newton. You take Cam Newton, you insert him to the Patriots, and he looks better than he's ever looked in his life. He's throwing for more passing
right.
yards than he's ever thrown in his life. Like, if it wasn't for a bad play call, he'd be 2-0, and it's like, what the hell is going on here?
It's the Belichick.
Julian Edelman had a career game.
Yo.
Never caught more yards in his entire career with Tom Brady as he did with Cam Newton. Okay.
He was even exhausted.
And this is what I get to deal with is that Tom Brady leaves the Patriots finally. It's over. The reign's over. And he stinks it up in Tampa to insert Cam Newton, who's more dynamic in that offense than Tom Brady was. I'm done.
All I'm saying that it's gonna be a great season, and the chemistry's still not there. But wait, give it like 2 more games, and you see how it's gonna change.
Yeah, because N'Keal Harry's
Cam Newton's a beast.
Oh,
Cam
boy.
Newton's a beast.
No.
All right.
Go ahead, Nelly.
What do we
think?
segue into? Because
I want to see if Nelly has any comments about
what's
it.
your opinion? All I know that Nelly and I were talking at work, and I was like, "Yo, the Giants are garbage,
Here
bro."
he goes again. He's not going to let you talk about what your views are before you do.
Go ahead, Nelly.
He's going to tell you what your views
Listen.
are.
Yeah, he will. This freaking Putin over here. Anyways, yeah.
gonna
So
hack into your elections.
Mezia and I, Mezia was definitely talking shit at work. Like I was getting in the car and he was like, "Yo, I can't wait to tell Checkmaster." Like, 0-2. Let me record a video.
Year.
Let me record a video and send it.
It's going to be a long year, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Patriots are looking good. Obviously, they need time, and same thing with Tampa. It's just like LeBron when he went with Wade. They didn't win it right away, but they won it the next year.
Make some adjustment.
You got to make some adjustments. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just I firmly believe the Patriots just have a system, bro. Like this is what it is. Well, I mean, shit. You throw Mezia in there, he might win a game. You never know.
Belly and all, bro.
Well, listen.
Belly and all.
What speaking of systems, right? My boy Goldo's been chatting me up about some new systems about to be coming out on the market, right? Goldo, why don't you tell me about some of the new systems that are about to be dropping?
Yes. So it has officially been confirmed this past week that November 9th and November 10th is going to be the release of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right. The PS5 is November 10th, correct? Or is it November 13th? Something like that.
Okay.
I know it's after. Right now.
I know it's after the Xbox.
What's the Xboxes called? They're called the S and the X again?
Yeah, they're Series X and Series S. They have 2 different models. So
wait, they're just taking out the one, and that's the. Literally, hold on. They just PS. At least I can follow it if I'm like somebody comes. Hey man, you got the PS5? No, okay. You got the Xbox S? Yeah, I got the 1S. No, not the 1S, loser. You got the S. What the hell is that?
Yeah, then they make it seem like you don't know shit. You not up to date, motherfucker.
Microsoft, do me a favor. Make it easier on me. Go ahead.
The names are just wild. They keep adding names.
Yeah,
like them to this, bro, is this freaking this guy's kid? This guy,
It's like the freaking iPhone X.
Pretty much.
Elon Musk's kid.
XS Max.
Yeah, Elon Musk, his kid. Yo,
Well, I guess is the new system going to be called the XX, like the Xbox X? Is that the XX?
No. So they have the Series X and the Series S. It's 2 different consoles.
Yeah, but it's the Xbox Series X. So you have the XX and the XS, right? Xbox starts with an X, right?
In a sense, yeah. If you think about it,
I just solved
it is just like that.
I just solved it.
This guy's making
It is just like
acronyms
that.
over here.
But
Hey, you know where I work. That's all we do is make acronyms.
Yeah,
pretty much.
So what are you excited for? Goldo, which system are you excited for?
Me and my Xbox guy. I'm an Xbox guy all the way. Just because I've been playing Xbox my whole life, and Xbox is the stronger system between the two. when it comes to operating system and everything,
Is it
Xbox
stronger?
has specs and everything. If you
Is
see
it
the
faster
specs,
though?
Yes, it is. Faster than the PS5.
I read
The only
something
thing
that it wasn't.
The only thing that PS5 has on it is just that it's built like a VCR. It's big as hell, 15 inches. That thing is huge. And people are like, "Oh, the Xbox is."
I don't know. I heard the download speed was faster on the PS5. Well, from what I read. Correct me if I'm wrong.
They're both are going to be 12 teraflops of RAM. Well, yeah, for the memory, I believe so. What is it? Yeah,
That's what she said. Teraflop.
Teraflop.
It's so stupid, bro.
Yeah, teraflop.
No,
Yeah.
it said the PS5. Hold on. It said the PS5 can push through data at 5.5 gigs per second compared to the Xbox Series X, which works at 2.4 gigs per second.
I'll have to look into that. Because last time I checked, it was a faster system overall when it comes to operating itself, not downloading the game.
Hey, I'm pretty fast when I operate myself.
Yeah.
What, 2 minutes?
Just because you guys are ladies up here today. Like,
I heard when you blow the back out, it gets bigger. Or something like that.
Oh my god! I heard you like to be a top two.
well, no, somebody told me it got smaller, and I didn't understand the math or logic behind that. So, you know, you blow it out, it doesn't get smaller, it gets bigger.
So here's a story, though. Here's a story. I was reading this article because people are getting mad. Some people are getting mad that the PlayStation is not backwards compatible with PS3, PS2, and PS1 games.
Correct.
And as I'm reading the article, I'm like, why does this even matter? It's like you buy a next gen console. It's like what, $500 or $600 for next gen console. Why do you want to go back and play PlayStation 1 games,
I'll explain
PlayStation
to
2
you.
games, PlayStation 3 games?
But hold on,
I'll
real
explain
quick. I
to
got a
you.
question for you, Goldo, before you do.
Yes.
Because obviously he's stating that the Xbox XX is backwards compatible with all those other games, right? But
The
my question is it the actual physical copy or is it digital?
It's mainly digital.
Okay.
It's mainly digital games that are backwards compatible, which are going to be rendered at higher quality because of the operating system that the system has that will render it higher. Which game from the regular Xbox 360, which was like 1080, will be rendered close to 2.4K to 4K. Which the system now will be able to operate at 8K. Now, on PlayStation, it matters because there's a PlayStation 2 game that I like. It's called Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Now, that game, till this day, is a $40 game. Till this day. And that game, I cannot play it again. Because it's not backwards compatible on PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4. Now, they haven't remastered it. They haven't done anything. And if they do, it's going to be years. Who knows? So, if it was backwards compatible, I'll be able to slap that disc in and play my favorite game from the PS2. You feel me? But it's not.
But can you say that name? You say that name all over again? Because you said it super fast. You're like,
Dragon Ball Z. It's called Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Okay,
it's
gotcha.
one of the
right,
best
ahead,
Dragon Ball Z
sorry.
games.
But here's the
there was.
thing. But you just said that Xbox didn't allow for you to throw in an Xbox disc.
For certain games. For certain
Right?
games, it
Like,
doesn't
so-
allow you. But certain games, you can just slap the disc in there.
So hold on. So how do they pick and choose what game's compatible?
I don't know. I don't work at Microsoft.
I think it's gonna be mostly exclusive stuff. Exclusive stuff like
But how does
Game Pass stuff.
How does this thing so smart that it says this original Xbox game is compatible, this original Xbox game is not? Sorry, like how the fuck does it know?
Why
that?
you sound like a
I think it's the
robot?
coding.
Because that's what I feel like.
I think it's a
inside
coding.
talking to me. I'm sorry, this Xbox game is not compatible. Like how does it
It
know?
is a coding. It is a coding on the
It has
system
to
that
do with the
allows the
coding.
They
reading.
had
Listen.
coding back then about like think about the like I don't know, I don't get it.
Well,
I thought when it
I
was
don't
Check
know.
Monster.
I don't know.
When you put a game together, it's all in codes too. Like if you're writing
Yeah,
codes,
but the
and
code's
then you have the
supposed-
designing and all
I
that.
get it, but the code though is supposed to part of the code is to make it compatible so the gaming console can read it, right? So that way when I put an
Yes.
Xbox game in PlayStation, it doesn't read it, which is the problem why PlayStation doesn't make their games backwards compatible, because the coding that was on that game isn't compatible with the new reading format. But how is Xbox going to individually be able to know what game? Like, the coding's not that different between them to say this game's okay, this Xbox game's not, this Xbox 360 game's okay, this Xbox 360 game's not. Like, that to me just seems a little far-fetched. I don't know how they do it.
So the way
Well,
they bring back is
go ahead.
they bring it back by popular demands. So every month, Xbox give you 2 options or
But
4
that's
options
digital.
in games to select. Yes.
But I'm not talking about digital. You're not talking about digital.
No, I was talking about digital. But the way they do it is they select most popular games that people play throughout the history. So those games that are super popular, they're gonna bring it back. But those that are not, why are they gonna spend time and resources on it if it wasn't that popular?
I get the digital side.
Yes,
but
I know.
but
Yes, I'm saying about the
then-
disc itself. Like how?
so
is
they're
it-
going to make discs again?
No, because remember, if you bring back a game that's gonna be backwards compatible, you gotta open a server dedicated to play that game.
Get the
as well.
shotgun.
Okay.
So if you don't have a server dedicated for that game,
Check
you
my
cannot play it.
They're gonna assume, so they're gonna assume that if you want to, obviously, if you want to play that game that was like an Xbox One game, they're gonna assume you either have a copy of it or you're gonna go get yourself that copy, right? And then
Well,
you're
no,
gonna
you'd buy it
insert
online,
the disc,
I thought.
or you buy it online, and then you insert the disc, and then because it is one of those games that gets chosen to be backwards compatible, the Xbox is gonna read it, it's gonna load it up, and then allow you to play it.
So it's not going to make it mandatory you rebuy the game online.
No, I mean you would have to buy if you want to play that game. It's gonna be compatible to play it.
But my point is,
So-
if I happen to be a guy with
If I have
30,000 Xbox 360 games, some
Some
of those
of them
games
will be able to
I want-
slap it in there.
I'm just
If you have a copy of Call of Duty Black Ops 1 physical, you can go ahead and slap it on the Xbox X right now and it'll read it. Simple. If you have
So
that
it's a
copy
specific game. It's not the
Yes.
huge. It's not the biggest library in the
yeah,
world,
it's just weird.
and they'll get better.
they're
I
adding
think
more games to
PlayStation's
it.
already. I think PlayStation's already been working though on old games gone digital though. They just won't let you use the discs because it's too much work. But they're making them digital. I thought.
They are, but
They
the thing
are,
is
but they
with
won't be
PlayStation-
backwards compatible. They're doing.
Yeah,
But it
they're
is,
like Clean
if
Masters.
I'm playing it on, if I'm playing an Xbox or a PlayStation 1 game on a PlayStation 5, that is backwards compatible, right? I'm playing an old
a
game
sense,
on a
yes,
new
but not
console.
the disc.
No,
Well, that's my
It's
point.
like
But I guess to me, it's a waste of money for the developer of the gaming system, right?
yeah. It's just PlayStation said it will be compatible with PlayStation 4 games. They're not gonna go as far back as 3, 2, and 1 because the programming and all
Yeah,
that other shit.
doesn't make
So that's
sense.
based on the article I was reading. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't buy a next gen console to play a PlayStation 1 game anyway. I wouldn't even buy a PlayStation. So fuck PlayStation. I'm an
you're
Xbox
crazy.
person.
Unless they want to
PlayStation's
sponsor
way
us. Unless they
better
want
for
to sponsor us,
individual
we love you.
graphics.
Nah.
PlayStations are way better
Okay.
for individual games.
Yes, PlayStation is better for campaign, adventure, solo games. 100% on that.
By far.
But when it comes to multiplayer interaction, Xbox all the way. All the way.
Yes.
And what erection?
Yeah, I heard erection. I swear.
I heard
Interaction.
erection.
Interaction.
I heard
Oh,
erection.
you said multiplayer and erection. I'm like erection. What games are you
interaction.
playing?
I'm telling you. I want you. When we're said and done, I want you to go back to this segment right here, this piece, and listen to yourself, because you said player
It's about at 24
player
minutes.
erection.
24
I'm not
minutes.
gonna. I'm not gonna like let this go. They're not gonna let this go. So
No, we're not. We're not.
I'm
You
dead.
just
I
let the
should bust
erection
the
go
next
though.
one.
It's probably something.
I should have, but I need your 2 minutes on that. So
So real quick then, tell me real quick so I know what is going to be different about this console than the last. Why would I want to go out and buy it as a person?
Well, if you would just want a stronger system overall that supports the new technology when it comes to the TVs themselves, because the TVs do support 4K to 8K, some of them, but you are going to spend a penny on it, you can upgrade the quality of the game you're playing. But that's only available through the games that come out in the future, not through games that are already out. So, if you want to get higher quality
I can
games,
hear the PC
yes.
gamers. I can hear the
Ben
PC
doesn't know what
gamers
you're
talking.
about. Get a PC at that
Yeah,
point.
no, I can hear that. Yeah, but a PC already does this. The PC already does this. The
That's
PC
like the
gamers.
Samsung.
Oh my god,
That's like the
they piss me
Samsung.
off.
That's like the Android people. We already had that.
PC gamers, PC's master race. PC's master race. Shut the fuck up. I'm a console gamer. I'm staying with that.
Okay,
Yes,
wow.
yes.
And it's not that I can't afford it.
Tell me how you really feel about it. Damn.
Listen, Mezia can afford it. Look what's behind him. Okay.
Also,
He ain't talking about vintage. Don't want to play old
yes.
games.
I love that game, bro. That's why I bought it.
Also, Sony messed up heavily because they were like on their conference, but like you'll be able to pre-order the system tomorrow. Once the conference ended, pre-order was sold out. Like,
Yo, it's crazy, bro. But
conference
since we're on
ended
that, right? This is
because they say they would have released the following day for the pre-orders to be open, but every store was able to pre-order it at the time of the conference. So as they were doing the talking, people were pre-ordering the system. So they didn't let the people know. Sony told people you'll be able to get it tomorrow.
But here's the thing, since
Yeah.
Let somebody know because they.
here's
they
the thing,
ordered.
and real quick, I think we'll probably end it with this. We'll go to the next segment. But here's the thing, like if I get a new console, I'll get it because I want to play with it, right? But I know capitalism is a shit, but there's people out there, bro. They're like getting one pre-order here, one pre-order over there, and this mad pre-orders just because they want to scalp the shit out of it. I think that's so fucked up, bro. I said, yo, if somebody wants to like get it to buy it, to play it, like those out there that are due, and there's those out there that want to get 5 or 6 pre-orders just because they want to make money off of that. I get it; it's a hustle, but you know, it takes the fun out of the people that want it.
No, it doesn't, because in all reality, at the end of the day, the only way that people can be able to do that is if you have people dumb enough to pay double the price. I'm sorry, wait a month, wait 2 months, wait 3 months.
I know.
There's no need to have
But
it the
people
day
don't-
that it comes out. I'm sorry, there's just no need.
There's
nothing-
people out there
America.
like that, just like there's people out there that want to get the new iPhone that comes out, the new tablet that comes
Yeah,
out.
but
the
that's
newest-
all. That's all to flaunt. They want
Is there a
flaunt,
ghost
you know?
talking? I hear Nelly, but I don't see him.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Oh, you just changed your shirt.
wardrobe
Oh,
change.
Aguanile.
hey.
Hey. No, but also before we head out this topic, I just want to give a shout out to Xbox and Microsoft because they took a major shot at Sony when they were like, "Oh, we'll let you know when pre-orders are available, the exact date and time, so that we can go pre-order it."
And then on
it's
top of that, be
they're
like,
not gonna- they're
oh,
not
by the
gonna
way, we struck a
sponsor
deal
us.
with
It's okay.
Bethesda. Boom.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But in the future, you know.
Let me give
love
a
you.
shout out to Microsoft. PlayStation.
Yeah. And on top of that, they're like,
hit me up if you want me to get it. Send me a PS5. I'll be playing that new Miles Morales Spider-Man while those guys are waiting for some game.
That one looks
Let's
good, though.
go.
Listen.
one is-
That's the biggest
Let's go.
rip-off I've ever seen in my life. $70 for a 7-hour game. Think about that.
that's
$7
$10 an hour, bro.
Oh, time out.
on.
Oh, time out.
Ding, 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 ding. Let him in.
No.
Oh, we got Nelly in. We got him hyped up.
I'm not saying who has OnlyFans, but I'm just saying if you paying for something and you ain't getting nothing, I'm just saying you could pay $70 for a 7-hour game. I'm just saying.
Listen. They charging you
Listen,
$70
Linda.
for an add-on. Not a full game. It's an add-on to a game.
Okay.
All right.
People charge you an add-on to see something extra. I'm just saying.
Touche, Papi Chanku.
What-
Touche.
but
Yeah, you know,
but you don't
and depending how fast you finish, you know, it could be 10 seconds, could be 30, could be a minute, but you pay extra, and it wasn't 7 hours, Papi. That's it.
Listen,
Just saying.
how much is a season pass on Call of Duty?
Like
or-
$10.
Oh, don't even get me started. I'll spend
The
money
season
on that
pass?
Yeah.
No, the season
Well,
pass.
no,
is
season
not the
pass.
same
No,
price
that's
as the game.
no, that's
he's talking about the
that's
battle
a battle
pass.
Season-
No, that's a battle pass. Season pass is like what, $30-$40?
That's $20, isn't it?
No, they're about
Yeah,
$50
but that's just
bucks
that's
if you
just
get the
a-
full season. It's
What?
about 50, like Destiny. How many? If you could buy for $50,
No, it wasn't $50 for
Yes,
Battle
it
Pass.
was. For
No,
Destiny.
season pass.
Nah, it's
Talking about
Messiah.
the season pass.
Messiah, you
Okay.
mixing them. You mixing them. Battle
you guys
pass
don't
is
listen to
$10.
me.
You're getting old.
Season pass is 50 to
So-
60 depending on how many DLCs
Correct.
they go out for the game.
Correct. So you're talking about that, then battle passes. You're paying all that money so you can have a different map to run around on and shoot people. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same damn thing, bro. It's the same damn thing. But
It's
talking
just
about running
it's just
around
like
shooting
watching
people.
movies at home.
talk about running around shooting people. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go to our another segment that we started around here. That's hopefully becoming popular. We call Back in Mezia's Day. This is where we take
speaking of that, right?
I didn't hear it.
Go ahead.
Who, me?
I didn't say anything.
All right, but real quick, speaking of that, right? So Back of Mezia Days, right? Back of Mezia Day sounds exactly like a segment that LCP, Los Compadres Podcast, they did, right?
Yo,
and
hold
it's
on,
back,
hold on,
you know,
hold
it's
on,
and
hold
it's
on, hold on. He's
what
not
happened?
there. He's not there. His dog's like, thank God he left.
Is what?
No, I was doing commentary for your dog. He said, thank God he left.
Okay. So Back in Mezia Days is a segment that Shaq Monster came up with the clever name. I was like, yo, I like that, cool. But LCP Marcos from LCP comes up to me. He's like, wait a minute, that sounds a lot like the segment we got. And I'm like, yeah, okay, it could sound like that. What's wrong with that? Steve Jobs said, artists, what is it? Artists, they don't copy, they steal. And we laughed about it and all that, and I told him, yo, it's a clever thing, and it gives us something to talk about.
Here's the difference, right? And this is where you take somebody's, little like thing and you make it into something big, okay? Because here's the thing, think about it, right? They started.
You're the man of huge.
They start. Yeah. But they started at a certain point of time, and they're going for a year's worth of length. So guess what? Their segment's going to be done soon. It's over. They only got until 2020. That's it. We're doing...
We're in 2020. What do you mean?
That's my point. They can only go up to now. Yeah. They started in like 98 or something like that. Or no, 94.
96, I think it was.
96, 94.
When Caesar was born.
So what? They get 20-some... They can only have 20-some episodes with it. Ours is going to continue forever because remember, ours is one day in history, right? Forever. So guess what? Next year, it'll be a different day, right? So we're able to talk about more stuff. It's a better idea. I'm sorry. I took your shitty idea and I made it better. Hate on me. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. Artists, they don't copy, they steal. But go ahead.
We make it better. We make it better. Oh, Lord. Besides, they don't have anybody who's been around through the entirety of time like we do on the show. I mean, this guy's been a part of all these monumentum times in history. Let's talk about Mezia. He created the show. He created the earth. Let's talk about it.
He created the pyramids.
Right? So, let's talk about one thing that he created to start it off.
He knows where the aliens are at, too.
Yeah, 1789. The first Supreme Court is established. It says the Judiciary Act of 1789 is passed by Congress and signed by President Mezia, establishing the Supreme Court of the United States as a tribunal made up of 6 justices who are to serve the court until death or retirement. So, President Mezia, how did that feel?
How did it feel? Yeah, how did it feel? What pen did you use? Was it a feather pen?
Yo, it wasn't even a pen, bro. It was just like, give me that feather.
You had a duck with you, didn't you? You had a duck with you. It's like, let me get the duck.
But think about that. Think about like the founding fathers. Think about these people, how they thought ahead. Because this is, what year you say what it was?
1789.
89.
And 2020, and they set up jobs that was gonna live for the rest of their life, and they set a piece. Hey, this is what's gonna happen, and it's gonna continue for the rest of this country, the democracy of this country. Think about that, and think about how. And these people are there to interpret the Constitution and the laws, and to defend it. Right. Speaking of that, rest in peace to RBG. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She passed away. She's one of the Supreme Court justices. Right now, it's just a political game who they're going to put in there. So, and it sucks that it happens during that it happened to have happened in an election year, and now it becomes a political game. But anyways, so they came up with that idea, and it's just an awesome thing, like how intelligent these people are, and they think, hey, this is good for our country. And that's my 2 cents on it.
So real quick, just so everybody understands.
That's it. That's it. All
That's
this.
it.
And that's Mike Super Show.
And that's my 2 cents.
The Constitution granted the Supreme Court ultimate jurisdiction over all laws, especially those in which the Constitution constitutionally was at issue. But the thing to me that's most amazing is, right, George Washington was the actual person who signed it in. That was Mezia's homeboy. He let him put pen to paper.
Yeah, Mezia was recording.
Yeah, what did George Washington made sure that he made it a matter of a fact not to do with the presidency? What was his major contribution to the presidency that he established?
That's a good question. Who's gonna answer that? Because I don't know the answer to that.
Well, I guess
Can
it's my opinion.
can I phone a friend?
Sure, go ahead.
Hey Mezia. Hey Mezia, do you know?
No, I don't know history like that. Sheikh Monster's a history buff.
So he instituted that no president would be allowed to serve a term longer than 2. Okay, because remember, he was one of the founding fathers. He was the general of the army, and the American people wanted him to stay in office as president for as long as possible. They didn't want him out, but he was afraid that it would turn into a position much like they fought against, where you'd have somebody who was ruling over everybody for too long of a period. Now, understand, this was not made into a law until quite a few years later, right? But he established, and everybody did out of respect, to not be president more than 8 consecutive years. But then they turn around and create a position that he is for and helps create that has somebody in it for life, or until they choose to step down. That's kind of crazy.
Speaking of that, I just want to throw this in there real quick. This is what a mail-in ballot application looks like. So if you get one of these, do not throw it away. This is if you want to vote by mail. This is what it looks like. The reason I have it folded here because my address is here. So also, this is the application. This is an actual application. It says that they're really big. Application, not the actual ballot. So you fill this out and then you will get the ballot. For those who wants to do the mail-in ballots. Yes. Anyway, I just decided to throw that in there since we're talking about the Supreme Court and democracy.
And you people that just turned 18, go vote. It counts.
Yeah, it's very crucial.
Everybody vote.
This election.
So we can't do no 60%. I probably won't vote, but that's okay. Everybody else vote.
What do you mean you probably won't vote?
I've never voted a day in my life.
That's the civic duty.
I have my whole view on government that we can talk about later. Listen.
Okay.
Before you continue, a little comedy in this history segment. You notice how the 3 Latinos did not study at all, but the white boy that did his study for the segment, and he knows everything, but the 3 Latinos did not. It proves the point that we Latinos, we take the test as it is. We either get an A or an F. We don't care.
Well, you guys are getting Fs already. I sent you the link. It's okay.
Yeah, it ain't that.
I sent you
Monster's
the link
a history
in
buff.
the notes. I sent you the link in the notes, but what you meant to say, I sent you the link in the chat because Wouldn't
it even matter when we're sitting here 10 minutes before the show talking about it?
No.
Okay,
no,
so
probably
read the
would
group
have.
chat.
May not have. You know what?
I'm
I'm gonna start
or
throwing a link. I'm gonna start throwing a link in for your wardrobe. Anyways, go ahead. World War II.
It's cold up here. It's not like you were, whatever. So, 1941, September. Oh, my battery's not charging. I hope I make it through the show.
High school check monster. Go ahead.
I don't get that expression yet. Like,
it's a picture. Every time you leave out, there's a picture of you with glasses and clean shave, and you look really young.
Thank you. I'm like, what the
That's
fuck
why
are
you keep
talking
saying that.
All right. So on September 24th, 1941, the Japanese Council in Hawaii is instructed to divide Pearl Harbor into 5 zones and calculate the number of battleships in each zone and report the findings back to Japan. So this was when September 24th, 1941 is when they first decided that they were coming after Pearl Harbor.
Yep. Spy games, bro. Woo!
Let's do
it. When I read that, I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Does anybody know the significancy of Pearl Harbor to America and what it caused?
What it caused?
Yeah, what was the reaction? What was the
It
cause?
caused to wake up a sleeping giant. So basically, we ended up going into World War II. A part of that. That also we did the Hiroshima bombing after that. After that surprise attack. But
Conspiracy theory
quick
time.
thing
Go
that I
ahead.
thought it was very interesting. Quick thing that I found interesting. At that point in war, the Japanese military was way more advanced than American military at that time. It's the reason why now a lot of the presidents make sure that there's a lot of spending gets spent on military, because we want to make sure we're ahead of the game and have the best equipment to fight war if there needs to be a war to be fought. Because at that time, the Japanese military was way more advanced than ours.
Here's the thing. Conspiracy theories. We like to bring them up in this show. It's one of our favorite topics.
Okay.
Have you heard about
Yes,
the conspiracy theory about Pearl Harbor?
Well, I heard that we knew that was going to happen. They moved some of the carriers out of its way, so they won't hit the main carriers. But that's I don't entertain. Well, I entertain it. I just don't believe it. That stupidity.
I believe it 100%. The U.S. government had knowledge of the attack before the attack came. They allowed the attack to happen because the American people would not allow us to join the war. And the powers that be knew that if we didn't join, we were going to be put at risk by Hitler and those people probably. And that we had to be involved in this war because it was going to be catastrophic for our nation. So they allowed thousands of lives to die in the hopes of saving millions. And I do believe that conspiracy. I'm a very firm believer that they let that shit happen. There was just too many coincidences.
Well, here's something that's very interesting, right? When I was an agent, right, I was dealing with this customer, and
hold on.
Well,
was it
I can't.
CIA, MI6?
No. It has not. No.
I mean, you've been around a long time, so I know you've worked for a lot of agencies.
No. So right,
which agency was it?
And I was having a conversation, and one of the conversations that I had with him, right, was I found out that he was involved with the Cold War, and he said, "Trust me, that war was a lot colder than what we thought. That the public thinks. There's a lot of information in there. I can't speak about it because I guess he was deep into it, and he was like, I can't speak about it, but we were very, very, very close to going into that big war." And he was talking about submarines and like top secret shit, but he didn't get too much into details because I guess papers he signs.
Do not
that he can't.
Ooh, outfit change.
Not disclosure.
Hold up.
So, but I found that conversation very interesting. I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. So, and this is where conspiracy theories come up with and all that. But according to this person, like there was a lot of shit that was gonna happen, and he was part of a submarine thing and all that. But you know, maybe he's true, maybe it's not.
So
cover ups all day, bro.
I just want to throw one more out there because I thought this one would spark a lot of conversation among us. So on September 24th, 1890, faced with the imminent destruction of their church and way of life, religious leaders reluctantly issued the Mormon Manifesto, in which they command all Latter-day Saints to uphold the anti-polygamy laws of the nation. So they banned polygamy within the religion on September 24th, 1890.
Okay, remind my dumbass what polygamy means.
Oh my god! So you were the founder of it. It's because when you have multiple wives. So when you were trying to populate the earth with your seed, this is what you were doing, right? You say all these women. You want to have a bunch of Mezias running around, and so you populated all of them.
Oh, okay. So the Church of Latter-day Saints banned it.
We know how we know who your family tree is. It's all the dumb people out there who don't listen.
they banned it. They banned it. So they're saying, oh, you can't marry more than one wife.
Correct. They no longer allowed it in the religion.
So I guess before that it used to be allowed. So what year was that?
1890.
Oh, okay. Well,
Damn.
that's interesting.
That's when Mezia was the international cookie monster.
I was like, row your boat.
Hold on. Was that one of the agencies he worked for?
Yeah. That is definitely one of them.
Agent man.
Speaking of that, speaking of religion and all that, did you guys watch the show on Netflix called Cuties? And there's a big controversy about that.
No, it's on my list. It's on my watch list.
You know what? I was gonna watch it, and then I found out it's about 14-year-old girls, and I passed.
Well, okay, so yeah, and that's the big controversy behind it.
Yep.
Well, I knew we was gonna talk about it, so it was gonna be part of the segment we was gonna talk about the controversy and what it caused on it. So I was curious. I wanted to see it, right?
Okay,
and
so enlighten us.
It's the way I see it. And my wife and I was showing my wife, I'm like, could you believe this? And she's like, well, that's the way girls dress these days. The way those girls are dressed in the show is the way parents allow them to dress these days. So what's the controversy? That Netflix, there's a show on Netflix, right? There's a show on Netflix that shows these girls that it actually, when I watched the movie, this is why I watched the show and I watched the movie. I watched the movie because I wanted to know what's the big deal behind it. What I got from it was this little girl is struggling to identify herself. She's fighting back and forth of should she well, it starts off her praying. I guess she's Muslim. She's praying. So that's why I said talking about religion. So it talks about that, right? So then she's going to a new school. Looks like she's going to a new school, and she sees this girl. Well, she goes to the laundromat. She sees this girl dancing. She happened to be Latina. I'm like, damn. She's like dancing, and I'm like, oh my god. I know. You hate the way I say stories because I run around a lot.
Yeah,
but anyway,
sure.
so basically,
Hold on. Can I borrow your pen, babe?
So
Hey,
okay,
what's this called?
La punta, the point.
Get to it.
Can you get to it?
All right, so basically, what I got off of it is a girl struggling to identify, to figure out where she's gonna fit in. She runs into a group that they're very rebellious and they like to dance and they dress what they see on social media. So they're very influenced on social media. So there's girls on social media going for likes, and she's not noticing that she's getting likes. So she starts behaving a certain way, and she joins this dance group, right? And they're out there just dancing. They're dressed a certain way because they see this on social media and they see this on the internet, right? And then she has this big argument and all that. But basically, she's trying to understand where to fit in, basically.
So
now, the big controversy falls in the picture that Netflix used to promote it. And the picture, I guess, is a picture of the youngest girl is probably going to be 11. So they're probably all at the same age. And they say, according to the article I was reading, they're trying to sexualize the show. And some lawmaker wanted to say that are they in violation, federal law violation of
Child pornography.
Sexual child pornography. I'm like, child pornography? This person's pushing the shit out of that. He's trying to fucking sell it to Congress like child pornography, and it had nothing to do with any of that shit.
Yeah.
Well, what it comes down to is this. If you ask me real quick, it was a show made for kids, right? It was a movie, I think, that was designed for kids. And what happens is you get guys like Mezia on there who watch it, right? Like, it wasn't intended for Mezia to watch. It was intended for a 14-year-old girl to watch.
But wait. Well, I watched it, to talk about it on the show.
I know why you correct. I know. It was a controversy.
Two,
I'm joking.
and,
but
when I seen it,
but there are pedophiles out there. There are true pedophiles out there.
But if you watch the documentary, if you watch the show, first of all, when you watch it, you're like, if you have, let's say, if the person that watches this has any dirty ideas, then that person's fucked up. And I get it. I get that. And that's what they're trying to say. Oh, why are they doing this? No, first of all, the show's about a girl. Like I said, I already explained that part.
Yeah, you don't need to tell us what
these
the show's
girls
about
are
again.
these girls are dancers. If you so I immediately went to the internet and I showed the wife. I'm like, why is this a controversy? But there's TV shows like World's Best Dance, World Dance, America's Got Talent, and all. And then you see these little groups dressed the same way, dancing the same way, and that's not a controversy. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're doing the same shit.
It's contradicting.
So
they're contradicting.
Yeah, it's very contradicting. It's just they want to make a big deal
make
about
scenes,
it
bro.
because it's on Netflix.
Well,
but here's the thing.
Go ahead, hurry up.
Here's the thing. It's on Netflix. It's an episode like every other show. You have 5 million shows to watch. You don't want to watch it? Don't fucking watch it. It's as easy as that.
Okay, so talking about making scenes or people worried about making scenes, my boy Nelly has something he wants to jump into real quick and talk about because I guess there's some people afraid of a scene getting started and they're creating some laws or something or putting some mandates down. Let me hear about this real quick.
Yes. One of them is Mezia's not allowed to tell any stories. In the state of,
oh yeah, can we make a new rule? Can we make a new rule that whatever we're gonna talk about, make sure somebody else explains the topic and then just let him.
I got. Listen. I'm gonna do the draft executive order. I'm gonna send it out, and we just need the majority vote. So if it's just us three against him, then it's done. I
joined this shit because I know I fuck up stories, bro.
I just don't understand how somebody whose mind's so good at creating the show and the creative mastermind behind it all can't articulate the damn topic to us.
Bro, he'll be like,
you know what it is?
He'd be like, yo, so Call of Duty dropped a new update. And it's crazy because it was the Cold War. You know, that reminds me of a football game. The Patriots played.
You know what it is?
In the cold.
Freezing.
Yo,
yes,
but
and there was a war.
That's exactly that gives you an example of what's up here. My mind's going like this as I'm talking. I'm like, oh, but wait, there's other things I could talk about. And then it's just I like to talk, and I go all over the place. Go ahead.
We should have a new segment.
My wife always does this to me. She's like,
we should have a new
focus,
segment.
ready,
Story time
get
with
to the
Mezia.
point.
We just give him 10 minutes to tell us one story, and it's just story time with the Mezia, and we all just tune out, and we just let him go on a rant. But he won't know that it's after we're done recording. We won't tell him that.
Yo, imagine him in an interview. Tell me about a time you had a difficult work-related decision. He'd be like, listen, I've had a lot of difficult ones. I mean, I had a difficult one at home. I didn't know what to eat for dinner. And it was crazy.
But I remember one time.
Speaking of dinner, I went to Longhorn one time, and they're just sitting there.
Speaking of Longhorn, Brian Sheckman took me there for. It was Brian Sheckman and your boy. Fuck, he's gonna kill me for this.
My boy,
your roommate, Kenny. Yeah, you guys took me out for lunch at Longhorn for my birthday. Remember, like 4 years ago.
Oh, it wasn't that memorable. Apparently,
I guess not.
Oh Lord.
But go ahead.
All I remember,
that's how my mind works.
Sheckman probably wore the same outfit to go to dinner too.
Only thing I remember though is the when Mezia took me on a date to Celebration and how beautiful it was, the scenery.
Oh, wasn't it right? See that?
Oh my gosh!
Hey,
we walked. We got some ice cream. It's so nice.
Listen, before we get on topic, look, he's been treating me good lately. He took me out in the BMW just the other day. So
see that's so you see. Oh, see, I'm
side
gone,
chick
so.
to main chick, baby.
But Nelly took me out to eat some barbecue. So good barbecue, bro.
I think we need to go back.
I got nothing but the 2 dogs sitting on the bed. That's all I get.
Check monster. I guess we're chopped livered.
I know.
I'm sorry. Were you in Tennessee? And did you invite us? So I guess we're chopped liver too. Thank you.
Oh,
anyways,
you want to talk about vacations? You know how many times when I was living in Florida and I'd see your post about the different vacations you went on, motherfucker? Like, you don't really want to go there?
Yeah, but also our GM was Juan Torres, so what did you want me to do?
I was not in the same position as you.
It didn't matter. You know his role. Thank you. Anyway, speaking of Breonna Taylor, there's some laws going out.
Hold on, he didn't rule me. That was Rob. I could have told Rob, let me do, I could have been like, yo, Rob, deuces. No, he wouldn't let me. You're right.
Thank you. So speaking of executive orders, besides the one we'll sign tonight for Mezia, Louisville, Kentucky, Mayor Greg Fisher signed 2 executive orders Tuesday, one implementing a state of emergency in the city and the other blocking parking and access to downtown. This is in regards to the investigation that they were doing into the police killing of Breonna Taylor, because it's in anticipation of the announcing of the results of their investigation, while they did a serving a no-knock warrant. So
That's scary.
that is scary. I don't know. I mean, like, when I read stuff like that, I feel like the verdict is already not gonna be on their side. But I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong. I mean, I just think that with funding that we have in our military, funding that we have in our police, for you to make a mistake like that, I mean, but it is what it is at this point. But I hope obviously justice is served. But it's a mistake that cost somebody's life. And she had a bright future. Yeah. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but I just think that if it goes sideways, all hell's gonna break loose. Personally, I just think all hell's breaking loose already with everything that's going on in the world. I definitely think that it's gonna happen. So, what do you guys think?
I'm on the same boat as you are. If proven what you're saying is going to, it's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be riots all over again. It's gonna be chaos all over the country, and it's gonna be crazy.
I just think it's the mayor's right, as far as they're just anticipating something, whether it's good or bad. If it's good news or bad news, they just want to get ready for it.
Yep.
Right. So imagine it is good news, that everything is calm. But if it is bad news, bad news to the public, to the selected public, right? The people don't want to hear that shit. Hey, justice served, right? So they'll be ready for that shit. So they have to. So they have to do something like that just in case.
What
doesn't mean that the verdict is out there, and if when you look at it, you're like, man, that means that if they're getting ready for it, that means it's a not guilty verdict. No, I don't think it's that. As is, they just want to be ready just in case.
Well, I think I don't think it's about just in case. Even I think it's. I mean, we kind of talked about it before when we talked about both sides of the protest, right? I think what would happen if they allowed people to be present, you're going to get both sides of the protesters. You're going to ones who are for conviction, and you're going to get the ones who are against conviction, which, it's I know it's not the case, but it's almost like the Trump supporters and the non-Trump supporters, right? I'm not saying this, that's actually what it is, but you get those groups, they're avoiding having everybody together because one side's going to be mad. Doesn't matter who comes out. Right, one side's going to want to get pissed off. I think they're trying to avoid that. That's to me what it is. It's not whether it's a good verdict, bad verdict. They just know they're going to get a gathering of people, and to avoid all those people gathering as much as possible to keep it as peaceful as possible. That's the solution they came up with. Was so.
You know what I think? I think that either way, think about this. So it can be like Sheck Monster said. Even if it's a guilty verdict, you're still gonna have those other people. But think about, even if let's just say they put a guilty verdict, and their punishment is like probation. Like, all hell's gonna break loose on top of that. I just think I don't know. I think it's a very delicate, obviously, situation.
Well,
and
I think though
they gotta handle it. I don't know.
But no, isn't this just to decide whether they're doing indictment or not? So this isn't them in court. I thought this was just to decide if they're going to court, right? Like, first you have to decide whether there's guilt being found of what they did, and then you take them to court, and then they go to court to be tried for it. You know what I'm saying? Or am I wrong?
Yeah. I'm not sure. It doesn't break it down into details. It just says both moves come in anticipated State Attorney General Daniel Cameron announcing the results of an investigation into the police killing of Breonna Taylor.
Yeah, so investigation usually means whether they're going to file charges or not. And then after charges are filed, it still would have to go to court. So you're absolutely right in what you said, though. They could be found guilty, that they're going to they could announce that we're going to formally press charges against these officers for the murder of this young lady, and then a year from now, like you said, they could be found not guilty and acquitted.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, all this is doing is it's the first step to say, okay, the problem is if they're found not to have any wrongdoing involvement, right, or whatever, then they're not going to court at all. So
Yeah.
And then it's just and I think that, that's where the problem is going to come in.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I like my thing is I always think that I hate having to take something like that to court and drag it. It could take weeks, could take months, could take years, but drag that family, through that pain again, and then nothing happens. That's always the problem. That's always the chance of that happening. So, I mean, I don't know.
I'm gonna, I know it's a hard topic to segue out of, but I mean, I'm gonna try my best. So I know another reason why Nelly hates having to go to court is because he can't wear those fly ass kicks that he was sporting around all the time. So, you know what I'm saying? So with that, I'm doing my best to segue into what we all know, what we all love, sneaker of the day. And hey, I guess Nelly started a new segment. He didn't tell us about it. The 20-minute shirt. Every 20 minutes he throws a new one on. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't clue us into that one.
That was fly.
I'm just trying to keep it, keep it new, keep it fresh.
That's cool, but now you got to do this every episode. So I hope you're going shopping.
Well, listen, if the Giants win next episode, I will do it. I will do it.
Yeah,
we're going to lose. We have to play a San Francisco 49ers team who lost 2 of their starting defensive linemen to ACL tears, who lost a starting running back to a hamstring injury, and lost their starting quarterback to a high ankle sprain. And guess what? We're still going to get beat down.
Okay. Well,
funny but true.
On that note.
So I need some sneakers to be able to run away with. Let me see it.
Yes. So I've actually broken. I didn't break my promise. Well, okay, I kind of did. I bought shoes. Okay, I bought sneakers. Okay, and the ones I wear for work don't count. They were $24.99. I got a bargain on those. But my lady, my fiance, and I. Come here, honey. Go ahead. You gotta introduce
honey.
Now it's my fiance.
Boo-boo.
You know what I'm saying?
Not the Nightcrawler.
Now I own her.
Not the Nightcrawler. Not the Nightcrawler. She's gonna pop her head in here. Just go ahead. Say hi to the fellas. Come on. She's scared. Hello. Yep.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, so anyways, we wanted to get some matching kicks, when we go on vacation. So that's why I broke it. So it wasn't like, I got to get the new ones. But I broke it. Whatever. It is what it is. But she's happy with them. She was like, oh my God, babe, get them. And I was like, you see? It's you. It's not me. But anyways, today,
use that as an excuse.
Are your eyes okay, Shaq Monster? Are they okay?
Just rolling the back of my head at that line.
Yeah. All right.
It was her, not me.
Yeah. Anyway, so I picked these up today. These weren't the ones I ordered, so hopefully they'll be here for Sneak of the Day. But these are some new pickups here today. I got some Zoom 2Ks, just like my other ones, but in that white and that little cherry red color right there.
Red and white is nice.
Right?
It is nice.
It just
Nice.
just pops, right?
It does.
And I just want to let y'all know, Nike, come on, baby, sponsor me or something. Sponsor the team out here. Sponsor Generation Shock. I'm showing gold. Okay?
Are you gonna get the product red? Are you gonna get the product red Apple Watch to go with those?
No.
I think we lost Check Monster on the video feed.
Yeah, we did. We got high school Check Monster.
Baby checking.
And then I also want to shout out my boy Climber, because we gonna match out in Puerto Rico. He decided to cop a pair too. So
you caught them a pair to take?
Yeah, we got a little pair. So we're gonna be matching like brothers out there, having some fun. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Sneaker of the Day. My name is Nelly. I got my sexy man down below.
What's up? I don't know who's above or below, because Zoom is telling us something else. So
Yeah.
I don't know who's above or who's below.
We got my boy Gordo, and we got my boy Mezia. We lost Shaq Monster. I don't know.
He will be on the feed. We just lost him in Zoom. He'll be there. We end it with this.
That's it.
Okay.
What do we end it with? Anyways, shout out.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
Thanks for subscribing. Tune in. Keep showing us love. We appreciate it. Anything guys you want to see or want us to do, please let us know in the comments. And we out here.
Hit that like button.
Generation Shine. We out, boys.
We got the right stuff. We put the hammer right down. Wanna be like us? Look, you better stick around. If you want it, you gotta prove it. Like we do it. Like we do.
We in there. Yeah, you can use that. All right, we're gonna do this all over again. All over. This is easy. We were only like 30 seconds in. Yeah. I got it. It's already recording. I have the recording symbol up. Okay.
Papi, no joda.
Can you, you're so worried about what our segments are. Why don't you tell us who you're introducing first, second, and third? Save me for last. Save me for last then, so I can go into sports after. Yeah, so I can just hop into sports.
Yeah, talk, Poppy, talk. It's that chest with all those chains makes me nervous, bro. I'm like, look at that sexy guy with the glasses and the chain. Like, that's a little bit Sazon Puerto Rican. Adobo on that side.